Hi, my name's Paul Grogan and welcome to a playthrough and discussion of Kanal. So Bill's joining me this afternoon. I've taken the afternoon off work. I should be tidying up or I should be script writing. I've decided not to do any of that and we're going to try out this new game. This is a new version of the Uwe Rosenberg game Orienburger Kanal, which I've been told for the last couple of years is very good and I should try it. And I never got round to it, but there is a new version. Now, the companies on this box are Spielworks, because they published the original game, Silex, but I've been told that Silex is now split into two, and Fantasy Games has got this game. So I don't know what the publishing plan is for this game, and I believe that there is going to be its own BGG entry for the game, because at the moment, there is no BGG entry for this game. It's actually all under Orienburger Kanal. So if you're watching this video and you want to know more about the game, you need to look up Orienburger Kanal for the moment, but that might change. Now I've unboxed it and I've punched out the components and that's it. So this is going to be a Paul and Bill learn how to play the game from the rulebook.
From the rulebook.
And we're going to see how we get on. And this is also going to be a test of the rulebook to see if it is any good. And if the publisher is watching this video now or afterwards, then yeah, if we've got any comments on the rulebook, hopefully you can improve them for next time. This is not a sponsored video, which means you're going to get our raw opinions of the game before, during, and after the game. We will have a chat about it. So we've got lots of little books.
That's always a good start.
Well, so it uses a similar mechanism, I think, to a lot of Uwe's games in that there are different decks.
Yes, yeah.
And it looks like we have the A deck, B deck, C deck, D deck, E deck, and F deck. So we've got 6 different decks.
Cards, excellent.
It's probably going to tell us to start with the A deck. Right, if you want to do the honours as I do the reading.
Yeah.
And we'll fiddle with the camera and we'll zoom in once we've got it set up. So, below the mills of the Orienburg, of Orienburg, so it's a place then.
It is
Where is it?
I have no idea, but I mean, it feels like, it feels very Amsterdam-y, doesn't it, with the canals and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
So, below the mills of Orienburg, conditions for shipping were difficult. So an artificial branch of the Havel River was created. There you go, Havel River. Are we any closer to your job?
It's still sounding, it's sounding a bit more German than it is Dutch.
It could be older Ruppiner Canal and the four-way canal arose. During the industrialization of the 19th century, the most diverse trade and industrial businesses were located at this important canal. Additionally, new connections via roads and rail were established. Right, I'm going to look on the back of the box and see if it says where this is set. Nope, it includes a solo mode. So mine and Bill's geography knowledge has failed us.
It's completely failed.
And we don't actually
I haven't
know
got my phone on me either.
where this is. We could look it up, but where's the right? So in Kanal, we're going to be planning and building new industrial areas. And even though your plans are vague at the beginning, you raise structures and shape the infrastructure. We're going to raise paths, build roads and lay rails. And we're going to gradually evacuating parts of the canal and importantly building bridges to connect the structures. This is all done using several actions. Taking them at the right time will be crucial. This is a 1 to 2 player game, so there is a solo mode included, but it is a 2-player game. Florian is in the chat and he said it is on BGG. Excellent. So ignore what I said earlier on. It now has its own BGG entry. Excellent. That's good. Right, components. Should we go through what we've got?
Mm-hmm.
We have an action board. I'm thinking this.
That's the action board. I think this is our player.
2 industry boards. So we're thinking these are the industry boards.
The industry boards.
2 material wheels. It's got to be these, hasn't it?
Yeah.
These are quite chunky, aren't they?
They're nice.
I don't remember putting these together.
No. Right. Okay. Well,
which means either they come pre-assembled, or when I picked this up at Essen,
it's all been bagged up.
It's all been bagged up. Yeah. Maybe I lent this to somebody.
I think someone's done it.
I think I lent this to somebody, and in return for me lending it them, they punched it out and bagged it up.
Well, that's
none of this is familiar to me. 5 action discs: 1 grey, 2 blue, and 2 red.
Right.
So we're looking for action discs.
Those are look like materials. Do you have a picture of them?
No, unfortunately not. I mean, that's always a good thing to have in a rulebook.
How many action? How many?
5.
This looks like them.
1 grey, 2 blue, and 2 red.
2 red, 1
yes.
grey, 2 blue.
Oh, these are very nice.
And then those 2 things.
Okay.
Uh,
2 prestige tokens, 1 blue and 1 red. Are we thinking these?
That must be those, I presume.
Okay. 20 activation tokens, which are green.
There's more than 20 there.
Well,
Or is there? Maybe not. They are green.
there might be more than 20, but I think
Yeah.
that's there.
That looks positive, doesn't it?
Okay. 20 activation tokens.
Yeah.
10 material tokens. That's these.
That's
so
those.
we have
Yeah.
2 each of. Right. Guess the resource. Wood,
Wood is going to be the brown, I think.
clay,
Yellow,
yellow, coal,
black,
black, stone,
grey,
grey, and this kind of dark
Iron?
purpley steel.
steel. There we are.
Steel. 54 structure cards in each of the decks A, B, C, D, E, and F. So
Right.
I
Do we
think-
need all of them?
I'm going to guess we're just going to use the A deck.
Okay.
I think, but we've not got to that
Yeah.
point yet.
Well, I won't unpack. I won't
No.
unpack all the others yet, just in case we don't need them.
52 path tiles.
That's in here. That's these. That's these. I remember this from
Well,
things. We've got
52 paths,
roads,
36 roads,
Yeah.
36 rail,
rail,
36 canal,
canals. Yeah.
and 25 bridges.
Right, that's all in. So bridges. I suspect that these are bridges. Yeah, there's the bridges. They look like bridges. They must be bridges.
Okay, so I think it's obvious which one each is. That's
Rail,
rail,
path.
path, yep. Canal,
Canal.
road.
Perfect.
Path, road, rail track, and canal. Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Lovely.
Then we have tailors. So I'm thinking German.
Money.
Florian's in the chat.
Right.
Let us know where this game is set,
Yeah.
because me and Bill are geography.
It's not working.
I know where Clumpton is, and I know where Exeter is, and that I can get to my local post office, and that's about it.
There's probably something very nearby. UV Rosenberg's parents' farm, which is
Yeah, probably.
the inspiration for quite a lot of his games.
Tailors is German, or Talers, I think it's called. Anyway, 6 glossaries, that'll be these, and a rules booklet.
Right, which is yours.
Yeah, good. So, let's get these out of the way. Put that down there.
Right, let's move
Get those back out of the way.
those a bit.
So, the action board. The action board shows 7 action spaces, which are
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So not these 3. These 3 are where you place the card stacks with the structures. Thus, you will discover additional actions during the game. It tells you, presumably, how many cards to place there
There we go.
based on the number of players. But action discs. So the 2 types of action discs, I thought there were 3. Oh, they're player-coloured ones and a neutral one. Do you want to be red?
I'll be red.
I'll be blue.
Yeah.
These tokens serve as action markers. The grey disc functions as a neutral action disc, passing alternately between the players, marking the 3rd action of each player. Right. Industry boards shows 12 structure spaces. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Between these structure spaces and at the edge of the industrial area are 31 route spaces. So these are
Right.
routes.
Yeah.
On the front side of the industry boards are 2 paths, 1 rail and 1 canal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, on the back side, so there's an alternative way to play maybe.
What were they doing?
It's all empty.
Right.
So I'm not sure which side we should be using, but let's maybe as long as you both use the same, we'll see. Right. Material wheels and material tokens. You mark your supply of materials thanks to your material wheels and the 5 tokens. The basic materials are wood, clay, and coal, and those are counted in the bigger area.
Right. I've got
Right,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
Wood, clay, and coal. And the valuable materials, steel and stone, in the smaller area where it ranges from 0 to 6. Cards. The 3 colours of cards represent different periods and thus progress of industrialisation. Green for the first period, brown for the second, and blue for the third. Routes. We talked about the routes. There's 4 different types of routes. Bridges. You're going to build bridges on your industry board across the routes, which then connect adjacent structures. The money, tailors. You pay the building costs for the structures and for any time actions. And we have a prestige track.
Ooh.
Here.
Victory points.
Yes. Use the prestige track on the board to mark this prestige.
There you go.
Right, okay.
There we go.
It's near Berlin. Right, so it is in Germany.
It's in Germany.
It's near Berlin. There we go. Right, set up. Place the action board on the table. Done.
Done.
Choose a deck of structure cards you want to play with. We're going to go A.
Yeah,
It doesn't tell us to use A, but we're going to go with A.
Makes sense.
Shuffle the green, brown, and blue structures from your chosen deck separately and place the following structures in face-down card stacks on the matching spaces of the action board. In doing so, you will cover some actions of these 3 action spaces. So in a 2-play game, as it says here, 9 green, 7 brown, and 8 blue. So shuffle them separately and place the following structures in face-down card stacks in the matching... Yeah, okay. Right, we draw 4 green ones from the face-down card stack and place them face-up in a row next to the action board. So, yeah, we could put them here.
Sense, isn't it?
Right, and in a solo game, you would sort them by number from low to high. Right, place all of the money next to the board. I'll just keep it all here if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
If you would like a loan at any time, just let me know. Wow, there's a lot of these.
There's a lot of those. Well, I suppose 4 players. What's it? 1,
No, it's
2,
only 2.
3, 4. Oh, there's only 2.
Only a 2-player game.
But I suppose you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And variety as well.
And they're different. Are they different? Oh no, they are squares.
You might decide to go all canals.
All the same length.
Okay, right. So, place the money next to the action board. I've put it over there for now. That's fine. The action board has 7 spaces. Place 1 money on each of the 4 upper action spaces. So, these 1, 2, 3, 4. Place all of the root tiles of the 4 different types as supplies next to the action board. Well, we've got them here for now.
That'll do.
That'll be fine. Place the bridges in a supply.
Yeah.
Place all activation tokens as supplies. Yeah. Okay, we got those. Right, both of you take a material wheel. Place your material wheel as depicted and turn it likewise so that your wood icon and your steel icon are below. Right.
Gotcha.
Okay. So depicted is that. So with the 2 zeros pointing upwards.
Yeah, gotcha.
And the bar between the basic and the valuable ones.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So we start the game with 2 clay. Oh, it's printed on the board.
Yeah.
1 coal,
and no wood.
1 stone, no steel, no wood. Both of you take an industry board. For the first games, place it with the side showing the imprinted routes. Variable setup. If you want a more challenge, use the other side of the board, but you get some stuff to start with. Okay. Choose your colour. Done. Choose a starting player. If you get the one with the token, you can go first. You didn't. Right, so I'm going first.
Excellent.
The other player takes 2 money. And then each player takes the 2 action discs. Right, so you start with 2 money. Right, so...
so it's going to alternate between what you're going to have 3 goes, I'm going to have 2.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So a question for Florian, because we want to zoom in as much as possible. Are we going to need any space above or below our player boards? Because if not, you can bring this forward and we can zoom in quite a bit. If it is just our industry
might
board.
need more room there. I think in later decks, more cards come out. We'll have a bigger.
Okay, but we've got
card
space. We've got space for that.
Yeah.
Right, we could probably put these. Yeah.
You're going to be able to see those, okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. We got all of those
Yeah.
there. Yeah. So if that's good, if we're not going to need any other space, if we do, we'll have to zoom out. Place the 2 prestige tokens on slot 0.
Done.
Yeah. Okay. You are now ready to build your industrial areas at Kanal. So general concepts of the game. The material wheel, it tracks the material supply. And I think if you've played some of other Uwe games, this is going to be familiar to you. But you've never played Glass Road
I haven't played Glass Road, but
or
I have
Black
played,
Forest.
but I have done Aura at Labora
Yeah.
and the 2-player Le Havre.
So in Aura et Labora, it literally just tracks how many there are.
That's right, yeah.
And you just move it around, and it turns, and it represents that you've gained 1 more. In Glass Road and Black Forest, it works differently and very clever. And we'll see what this does. I suspect it's more like the latter because we've got the 2 sections, but we'll see. So whenever you gain or pay materials, you move the material token so that the scale on the wheel shows how many you've got.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can also turn the material wheel to change the supply of all materials simultaneously. Yeah, so it is like that. So prepare to be amazed at how this works. So it says, before starting your first game, try the following. So if you move the wood counter to 2, let's say you've just gained 2 wood, right? Now what happens is you turn the material wheel in the direction of the small arrow.
Yeah, I see. So you get less of the basic materials, but all of a sudden, you've gained.
So what's happened is you have just spent
better materials.
You've spent 1 wood, 1 clay, and 1 coal, and you have created 1 stone and 1 steel.
Very clever.
Without needing to exchange any resources.
Yeah, I like it.
So that's the system that was used in Glass Road and in Black Forest.
Yeah.
Before the game, please return your material tokens to their initial positions. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like the fact that that's in there because it shows you how it works.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
Now,
piles of resources can be a fiddle.
Now, just compare it, and I don't know yet because we haven't read it, but in Glass Road and Black Forest, the wheel is always trying to generate resources, and you don't have any choice. I don't know if that's the case in this game or not. We will find out whether it is. So, structure cards. Always referred to as structures. They follow this layout. So, at the top, there is a building cost. So, we have coal and clay, coal or clay, steel or 2 money, it looks like. It says coal is never part of the building costs. So, that's not coal, that's wood. Right, okay. Right. So, coal is never part of the building costs. The prestige that you earn thanks to this building at the end of the game. So you don't score that during the game, you only score that at the end of the game.
Yeah.
The name of the structure card and its unique identifier consisting of a letter, okay, which is there, and a number. Is that a number? Wow, it's a bit hard to see.
The name, tram shelter. Oh no, here we are, look. So you've got tram shelter, and then there's a little number.
Oh, there's the number. Still quite hard to see.
Very hard to see, yeah.
The icons show the icons shown in the gear refer to the number and the type of built elements required to benefit from the gains below it. So that there says that you need 1 or more of them, whatever that is, in order to get 3 wood.
I'm guessing these are parts.
They look like the room because that's blue, so that's a canal.
And that's a canal there by the look of it.
What's that then?
Path, maybe?
Train track. It's a bit hard to see, but I think that's a train track.
Right. I suppose that makes sense. I mean, yeah.
The bottom half of the card outlines the effects of the structure, which can be activated up to 2 times during the game.
So,
up to 2 times during the game.
During the game.
Like, that's it. Not every round.
Not every round.
Total.
So, yeah, two off gains.
So, activating structures. Once raised or built, a structure may be activated up to 2 times per game by either building the 4th route adjacent to the structure.
So, surrounding it, basically, yeah.
Or raising the structure on a space that's already surrounded by 4 routes.
Oh, right. So, you can pre-do it. And then
or
build the structure.
Building a second bridge adjacent to that structure, and linking it to another. I don't know what the linking it to another quite
Another
means.
structure possibly, so you can't.
Right. Okay. So you can't build a bridge into nowhere.
Into nowhere, maybe.
The structures activate only the first time that you do A or B. So whichever of those two things you do, the structure activates. To help you track the activations, remove an activation token after each activation. Okay, so we haven't got to this yet, but it looks like when you build it,
you stick that on.
you
right.
Put two things there because you don't need the build cost anymore.
Yeah, understand. That makes sense.
Right. Okay, that's the general concepts. So, sequence of play. So for 2 players, you play several rounds. In each round, first you conduct an action phase, and then you finish the round by taking care of preparations for the next round. After the action phase, both of you can turn your material wheel once for free. Okay, so it is optional. And you conduct some preparations for the next round. You play the last round of the game when you place all of the blue structures face up next to the board, and therefore the blue structures, when this is empty,
that's the timer.
That's the timer. And at the end of the last round, we do final scoring.
So as soon as the last one's actually placed, not when it's actually taken.
Yeah.
And then one more round afterwards, or is that?
You play the last round of the game when you place those next to the board. So that is the last round of the game.
So you're not going to be building many of those then, by the look of it, since there's only.
So during the action phase, players alternately choose exactly 5 action spaces. The first player will take 3 actions, and the second player will take 2 actions. The first player places one of their action discs on an action space of their choice on the action board, takes the corresponding actions. Then the other player chooses an unused action space of their choice and takes the actions on that space. Both players continue to choose the third and fourth action spaces of the round. And finally, the first player uses the neutral one to choose the 5th action. If there is money on the space, you get that money. You must choose an action space on your turn. So you can't just not, but then you may decide which actions on that space you take. So some of them have got options.
Mm-hmm.
You can also pass on some or all of the available actions. So you have to choose a space, but you could do nothing.
Yeah.
Seems unwise.
To be avoided, yeah.
On each round, the first player will always be the one to use the grey action disc. Yes, okay, that's obvious. So the actions. That is raise a structure. So pay the cost.
Yeah.
Put it on your board.
Yeah.
Right. This is raise a structure and build a path or a road.
Yeah.
This is build up to a total of 3 paths and roads. You can build both route types, but solely paths or roads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can't build the rail tracks.
There's the cost for them there.
I guess that's the cost. Yeah. This here is build up to 2 routes. So that icon there is anything.
Right, so including railways and canals.
Any kind of route.
That looks like the only spot.
That's gain 4 wood. That's gain 3 wood, 3 clay, or 3 coal.
Oh right,
that's or build a bridge.
Yeah.
And that's gain 4 clay.
Okay.
Now there are other actions when that's empty. There is
build a
bridge and raise a structure.
Yeah.
When that's empty, build a bridge and build a path and build a road. And when that's empty, build a structure.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, they're the different actions. So important, if an action space offers several actions, you can perform them in any order and choose to pass on doing any specific action. But you must finish one action before you start with the next. There are 3 actions that are only available after the corresponding card stack has been. Okay, right. Next. All structures and routes that you can raise or build in Kanal have costs. You must pay the full building costs at once. You can buy missing materials on short notice with any time actions, which we haven't got to yet.
Mm-hmm.
If you activate the effect of a structure that allows you to place a route or bridge for free, then you can ignore the costs. You pay the cost by moving the matching material tokens on your supply board. If you pay money, then you spend them from here to there. We can't quite see your money. You just put your money here.
Of course.
And you can pay with the money that you just gained from the space.
Mm-hmm.
So, raising a structure. Choose one of the face-up structures and place it on any empty structure space of your choice on your board. There's no restrictions. Only when you want to activate the effects of the structure are you required to meet the conditions. If building costs are shown with a slash, you choose one or the other. You cannot, for any reason, tear it down or overbuild it. So once it's been placed, it's there. When you raise a structure, you put 2 activation tokens on it, and you remove 1 each time that structure activates. Once all tokens have been removed, the structure cannot be activated further. I don't know how you activate the structure for the second time.
I think it's got something to do with bridges.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Even just after raising it, you must immediately activate the effect of a structure if you meet the conditions for doing so. So as soon as you build it, if you've met the conditions, then it activates straight away, regardless of whether or not you get a benefit from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you've raised all 12 structures, then when you choose that action, you actually discard the top building from the current stack out of the game. All clear?
Mm-hmm.
There is an example, but I think we're okay with it. Right, building a route or a bridge. To build a route or a bridge, pay the appropriate building costs with materials or tailors. Then take the matching tile or a bridge from the supply and place it on your board. You can place paths, roads, rail tracks and canals on the route spaces between the structures or on the edges of the board. You can place the route so that different route types can intersect, or route tiles of the same types can branch out. It looks like you've got complete freedom over what you put where. You can place the routes so that different route types intersect. Additionally, route tiles of the same type can branch out.
Mm-hmm.
When you build a route or a bridge, you may immediately activate the effect of a structure if you meet the conditions for doing so. Right, so building a path costs a clay. Obviously, you put the clay down, you build a path. Important, built paths are the only route type that you can overbuild. So you can overbuild paths. Roads cost a stone. Rails cost 1 steel and 1 wood.
Yeah.
You can only place the rail track if you can place it on an empty route space or overbuild a path adjacent to another rail track.
Right, so rails.
So all of your rails have to
they've got to connect.
Form a single connected network.
Yeah.
And canals cost 3 money. Take a matching canal from the supply. You can only place the canal if you can place it on an empty space or overbuild a path adjacent to another canal. Thus, all canals form a single connected network. And afterwards, you gain 2 clay because you've dug
the clay out of the hole.
This is all very thematic.
Yeah, like that. That's interesting.
Right. Build a bridge. Cost 1 wood. Take a bridge from the supply. Bridges are not routes. Instead, you build a bridge across an existing route to connect 2 adjacent structures.
Right.
So you cannot build a bridge on the edges of your board. And you can only build 1 bridge for each route.
And you can't build into an empty square.
I believe you can't build into an empty square because it says between 2 adjacent structures.
I think that might be important.
If an action space allows you to build several routes and bridges, you must finish each build first before doing the next one. And we've got some examples, but assuming we've understood it correctly, we're good to go. Gaining materials. When you gain materials, move the matching wheel. Yeah. Via these actions, you can only gain wood, clay, or coal. So you can never gain stone or steel. I think you have to produce it.
Yeah, we'll get them from the buildings, I presume.
So you can only possess the quantity of materials indicated by your wheel. So a maximum of 8 of each of these and 6 of each of these. You can always transform basic materials into valuable materials using the anytime action described below. So the anytime actions are, you can buy basic materials. 1 money to move your wood, clay, or coal tokens from 0 to 1.
Right. So not
you don't
from
have
3 to 4.
2 money to move a token from 1 to 2. 3 money to move it from 2 to 3, and so on.
Okay, that's interesting.
So you can go from 3 to 4, but it costs you 4.
Yeah, yeah.
Steel and stone are valuable materials. You cannot buy them directly. You can only produce them or gain them by activating. So that, I've never seen that before. It costs you more.
Interesting, isn't it?
Based on how many. So if you don't have any, you turn up and you beg and you go, "Oh, go on, I'll give you 1."
Yeah, I mean, I suppose really though, you're only ever going to want the 0 to 1, aren't you? So you can move this. So you can move the bar.
You might want 2 wood.
Oh right, so you can't spend 1.
I don't believe
and then
so.
buy one.
I don't believe so. I think if you're paying for that with 2,
you've got to have the 2 straight away. Okay.
You can't turn up with 1 and say I'll come back tomorrow with the other one. Right. Other anytime actions. Produce additional valuable materials. So you can pay 2 money at any time. I don't know if this is on the board anywhere. I've just realised you've got the blue board and I've got the red one. Never mind. It's fine.
I think we can.
It's fine. So 2 money at any time and as often as you like to turn your material wheel in the direction of the small arrow. You can only do this when all 3 are at least on space 1.
Yeah.
So it's 2 money to turn it. Is that printed anywhere? No, it's not. It's a shame it's not. It would be nice to have that.
That's interesting.
However, if you gain different material types, initially you can take only some material types, then use at any time actions, and afterwards gain the remaining material types. I don't get that.
Try that one again.
However, if you gain different material types, comma, initially you can take only some material types, then use at any time actions, and afterward gain the remaining material type. Yeah, not sure what that means. Just remember these restrictions. While gaining materials of a single type, any time actions are forbidden. And between gaining different material types, any time actions are allowed. So if you were to gain 3 wood, you gain 3 wood. You can't interrupt that with doing something.
With an anytime action. Right.
But if it says gain 1 wood and 2 clay, then you can interrupt
the 2 procedures.
Between the 2 things.
Okay. Yeah.
If you've already got 6 stone or 6 steel, you cannot gain any more of these valuable materials. In such cases, it is rarely worthwhile to use the anytime action only to produce the other valuable material. But you can.
Yeah.
Right, activating structures. So all structures offer effects that give you advantages during the game. You may use these effects immediately when you activate the structure in 2 different ways. So as soon as the structure is surrounded by 4 routes, or as soon as 2 bridges connect the structure with 2 other adjacent structures. So when that happens, you activate the building for the first time. It says you can activate a structure first by building 4 routes, and later by building 2 bridges, or vice versa. The order doesn't matter. Oh, that's how you get to activate it twice.
Yeah, bridges and roads. So you could theoretically then, I suppose, if you had structures, if you had 3 structures out, even if none of them were surrounded, you could still activate that middle one.
Yep.
By building 2 bridges.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how it's activated twice. It's important to track how many times structures have been activated, or to know how many activations are left. So if a structure has 2 tokens, it is not activated. If it's got 1 token, it's been activated once, and if it's got no tokens, it's been activated twice. Right. If you activate the effects of 2 adjacent buildings by building a 4th route or a 2nd bridge between them, then you will activate both of them, one after the other, in an order of your choice. Okay. Removing bridges. With certain effects, you may remove bridges. By doing so, it's possible that a structure that was previously activated is left with fewer than 2 bridges. In this case, you place an activation token on the structure to remind you that it can be activated later.
All right, so you could theoretically do it 3 times then, or more than 2 times.
Is that right? Important, when using such effects, start by laying your bridge on its side to indicate that it will be removed at the end of your turn. The bridge is still considered built until you have finished activating all of your structures. At the end of the turn, remove this bridge. I'm not sure I understand that.
Sounds quite
So you can remove a bridge. By doing so, it's possible that a structure that you have previously activated through bridges is now left with fewer than 2 bridges.
Because you've removed a bridge.
Yeah. In this case, place an activation token on the structure to remind you that it can be activated again later.
So you can do it more. You will, in some cases, you'll be able to do it more than twice then.
I'm looking to the chat to see if Florian's here. Does that mean you can activate something more than twice?
So it seems to suggest, doesn't it?
Maybe we're not going to have any bridge removal cards. We'll see.
Yeah.
Right. So the icons in the gears. The icons in the gears represent the number and type of built elements required to benefit from the game below. Some of them require exact amounts if it's got the number.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have a minimum quantity,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them have a maximum quantity. So if it says 1 minus, it means, yeah, no more than 1.
Right. We've all got minimum quantities.
These
here,
have, yeah. Many structures offer multiple effects separated by a vertical line. You can use them all after activation. Unless otherwise stated, you may choose how many of them you want to use and in which order to do so. Other effects are separated by a larger vertical line. That's that
right,
one.
that's the one.
This is either or.
Either
so
or.
this is both.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you meet that
As long as you've
condition,
got a canal and a railway by the look of it.
That, you only need that, but you do that
One
with that.
canal, but you can get either. Yeah, got it.
So the effects show symbols and text in different colours. If it's black, the requirements needed to benefit from the following gains. If it's red, it's a cost that you have to pay. And if it's blue, if you fulfill the requirements and pay the costs, you benefit from these gains. I'm not seeing that.
There's red
That's the
in there,
cost.
which is cost.
Is that blue? That's blue. Okay. So blue is what you get if you pay the cost.
Yeah.
I mean, the colours, to me, aren't needed. It's clear without the colours. So black is the requirements that you need. Red is a cost, and blue is what you would get.
And what you get gains. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
The position of the routes, bridges, etc. is important for the effects. Without an additional symbol, they must be adjacent to the structure. I don't know what that means.
So read that one out again, Paul.
The position of routes, bridges, etc. is important for the effects.
So relative to the card.
Without an additional symbol. Okay, so if there isn't a symbol next to it, then they just have to be adjacent to the structure.
It doesn't matter
But some of them have different symbols.
Right.
Which we haven't seen yet.
I think we're just getting the simple ones out first, aren't we?
Yeah.
I imagine
We'll see. Florian says, on the action board, all the actions. Not sure what he means by that. Oh, here. This is what you can do.
There we go.
So it's here. So it's 2 money to rotate. I think Florian might be watching 5 minutes backwards.
Right, okay.
Because he's just answered the question that we had 5 minutes ago. And that is spend an amount of money to gain the stuff. Okay. So yeah, Florian, if you're listening to this, skip forward because I think you're watching 5 minutes or 10 minutes back. Right, after exactly 5 actions, you finish the action phase, prepare for the next round by performing the following steps. During the first rounds, we draw the green structures from the card stack and place them so that there's a total of 4. If you draw the last structure from a deck, draw buildings from the next deck until you have 1 more.
So 4, 5, 6, I presume. So there's going to be more buildings on display.
Yeah, when the deck is empty, you must have green deck depleted 5 buildings, brown deck depleted 6 buildings. Okay, so more and more will come out, which is what you said. You said we're going to need space for more.
Yeah.
Each empty deck reveals a new action. Yep. And then you can both turn your material wheel for free exactly 1 position. Because normally it costs 2 money to do it. In its starting position, when beginning the game, you could not turn the material wheel because wood's on 0. Yes, so if you gain wood at some point in the round, you can turn it once for free.
Yeah.
With some reminders. Yeah. And then we distribute new money. So add 1 tailor to each of the 4 upper action spaces, whether they were chosen or not, and 1 to each of the bottom action spaces that were not chosen during the action phases. So 1 money gets added to each of those, whether it was chosen or not.
So that's where it accumulates.
1 gets added to here if it wasn't chosen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, different. And then we hand over the action discs. Right, end of the game. So the round following the one in which you have depleted the blue structures is your final round. Well, that's different from what it said earlier.
So we are getting an extra round.
Earlier it said, where was it that it said that? You play the last round of the game when you place all blue structures face up next to the action board. So that is saying that when that is empty, that is the round that you... Oh, no, because you do it at the end of the round.
Yes.
Okay, so that's not quite... Yeah, okay, I can see what you're saying. Okay,
yeah,
so it will empty at the end of the round, which means the next round is the last round.
Right, yeah, got it.
You've got your prestige token to track your points. So structures, every structure you've built is worth points. Your money, every money is worth a point.
Okay.
And steel and stone, add up all of the stone and the steel, everything is worth a point.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the smallest amount of wood, clay, or coal. So whatever you have the least of,
Right.
Knizia scoring.
Knizia scoring, yeah.
And then roads, rails, and canals. So not paths, but add up the roads, the rails, and the canals. Each of them is 1.
Right.
And then empty route spaces. Add up the empty route spaces on your industry board. Subtract 1 point for each empty space.
Right, so...
Not for structures,
yeah,
but only for the routes.
Yeah. Got to build up that infrastructure.
Okay.
Right, okay. Well, it's simple scoring.
Okay. Some of the structures allow you to remove a bridge. Yes. So the question is, when we get to it, so we probably don't need to know right now, is if you what happens when you remove a bridge. So if you've built a structure and you put 2 tokens on it, and then you surround it and you remove it,
and then you build 2
and then you
bridges.
build 2 bridges and you remove the other one. If you then destroy one of those bridges, does that mean that it gets another token?
I think that's what it said, didn't it? No, I think it says put another activation token on there.
Well, it did, but it said to remind you that it can be activated again. And it's the word remind you.
Yeah.
That makes me think, I'm not sure. Anyway, okay, there's none of that kind of effect in Decade. So that's an outstanding rules question.
Good. We don't need to worry about that.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
No, me too, absolutely. I've got the catalogue.
My only concern with the graphic design is the type of route is actually quite... I'm going to have to pick it up and have a look at it. It's hard to see that is a rail track.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
And is that a rail track? Yeah, that's a rail track.
So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the roads... So I presume that's got to be a canal.
That's a canal, and that's a canal.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's confirmed, yes. So if you do remove the bridge...
That's the way to get in it. That's so you can really, really, really flush a structure then with that sort of card.
So I'm going first.
You are? Well, good luck.
What am I doing?
You're putting one of those.
I'm flipping this, and where it lands...
It's going to...
I mean...
There's resources, isn't it?
There's money there.
There's money and... Yeah. So do you want to go through what all these do, or are you fairly comfortable?
I'm okay, I think.
Well, what's that?
That's if you've got...
spend...
You spend them...
the number of canals will give you that much...
Yeah, do you want to look at that? It's the boat shed. Card A12.
A12, here we go. So depending on the number of adjacent canals, earn 2 steel and some wood. So 1 canal, no wood. So you're always going to get 2 steel.
And then it's either 0, 2, 4, 6. So it's the number of adjacent canals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely. And then I presume this is something similar. So this is the tram shelter. That's got to be wood.
Yeah, you get 2 wood. And you get 2 money.
So which one's
and then it's worth points at the end of the game. Based on how many rail things are next to it, is my guess.
I think you're probably right. What number is that? I can't read the number. A02.
Tram shelter.
Yeah. Depending on the number of adjacent rails, earn 2 wood, 2 talers, and then that's right, prestige at the end.
At the end of the game.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I mean, that's just better than that.
Yeah, but
if you've got the resources.
Yeah. But it means, I suppose, you can't be blocked out of building something. Each player is going to have the opportunity to build something, aren't they? Because
money. How can I build that? Okay, so I could build that, and that's rails, isn't it?
That's 2 rails.
And rails is wood and a steel, obviously.
Yeah.
And rails can be built either on an empty space or onto a path.
But they've got to connect.
Got to connect to that.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I've not got any steel. I mean, it's a learning game. I'm going to go on here.
Yeah.
So I get the money.
You do.
And I'm going to build a structure.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to spend 1 clay. And I'm going to build this. Now, this wants to be next to rails. So I'm going to put it there.
Yeah.
And then I also get to build a path or a road.
Mm-hmm. road is stone, path is clay. So you could do both. Oh, you could do either.
Yeah, so I'm going to build a path. I'm going to put that there, which is one of these. So I could put it here.
I think you can build paths or roads anywhere, can't you? I think, yeah.
But I can upgrade that later.
You can overbuild it, yeah.
So by surrounding it, I'll activate it. But as long as I change that to a rail by the end of the game, I'll get more points.
Although you'll want to have 2 rails there around
in order to activate it.
In order to activate it, yeah, by the look of it.
I don't know. I'll put it here.
Okay.
Right, and that's my go done.
Right, well, I suppose this is the thing. If I don't go for that, you might end up building 2 things, and these replenish at the end of the round, don't they?
Yes.
I think I want to get something that's easy to do. So that's a railway and a canal. That's just a canal, which we've already got a canal there. Just get stuff. And that's a canal. But that needs more canals to go there. Okay, let's just do something simple. I'll go there. Take the money. And I'll take that one.
You just need to put your money here.
Oh, sorry.
Just because I can't see it.
Yeah, got it. And then if I put it here, it's already got the 1 canal it needs.
It does. So it doesn't activate.
No.
Oh, I forgot to put 2 tokens on it. It doesn't activate because it isn't surrounded or have 2 bridges. But when that does happen, you will get the effect.
Yeah. Okay, that's me done.
So I'm gonna gain 4 wood.
Yeah.
And don't forget there's the anytime actions. So I am going to use an anytime action. I'm going to spend 1 money to buy one of those.
Yeah. Well, I'm similar to your thinking. I'm going there to get 3 wood, just so I'm going to be able to move that thing, even though it will end up being.
So what you could have done is you could have bought 1 wood first, and then gain 3, if you wanted to.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I presume I can do any time after I've done the action as well.
Yeah, but if you do it after the action, it's going to cost you 4.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm going to hang on. I think money's victory points at the end.
Money is victory points.
1 for 1, isn't it? No, I'm happy with that.
Okay, and now I get to do the final action, and let's just go here.
Loads of clay.
Right.
Okay.
So, end of round. Just go through it again. I think it was fairly simple.
It was replenish this, wasn't it?
It would replenish that to 4, and everybody may turn their wheel once if they can and want to.
Definitely do that. That makes sense.
And then I give you that.
Oh, yes.
And we need to put 1 on each of these.
That's right.
Even if it was chosen.
And one on
one
that
the
one
that wasn't chosen.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go. Repeat until paid.
So that is building roads and paths,
Yeah,
isn't it?
maximum 3.
And that's clay and stone.
Oh, I have some steel.
What's that? That's path, isn't it?
That is path.
2
2 or more
paths
paths
and 1
a
canal, or 2 paths and 2 canals. And that's both. And that's you get both if you can. Well, that's got potential. I might. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to go. I'll go here, which means I'll take
Get
the
the
money.
2 money, and you
And
can
I
build
can
up
build
to 3
up to
roads and paths.
And I'm obviously looking at that, so you might spoil everything just by grabbing it ahead of me. But I'm going to. But it's good to build paths anyway. So paths are clay. So I'll build 1.
So are you thinking, can you buy...
Can I buy a clay now?
And do an anytime action.
And then do an anytime action.
Rules question. I will try and find the answer, but if the chat can get the answer before. Can Bill build one path out of the 3, then use an anytime action to buy one, and then build a second one, and then use another anytime action to buy one and buy a third one? I'm thinking not.
Probably not. So... Well, it's all right. No, I won't even. I'll build one path, and then I'll build 2 roads. I think. And 2 roads will cost me 2 stone.
Yeah.
Build the path there, that's it. Right, I'm figuring this out. There we go. But that's not path, that's Kanal. There we are. 2 roads. Okay, that's me done.
Okay. Can't find the bit about the anytime actions, but I'm pretty sure you can't. That seems a bit odd if you could. So, I want to do this. I'm going to take the money, and I'm going to build the shaft tower. So it costs me 1 wood and a steel. And I either want it surrounded by 3 paths or 3 or more different routes, 3 or more different things. Okay, now I'm just going to put it here. All right, and then I'm going to build a path, which costs a clay. So we're almost done with that.
We are almost done. Right, well, I'm going to go there, take the money. As an anytime action, I'll spend one coin to build
Buy some coal from the shop.
Coal, and then I will spend. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. It's wood I need. Sorry, I'll take that back. I've got wood, so I'll spend the wood to buy this thing. Because I think that's 1 wood or 1 clay.
It is, yeah.
And I will put that there.
And that's a couple of activation markers.
Oh yeah. It's me done.
Well, the thing is, if I now do the thing that I wanted to do, I'm not going to get my free rotation. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to take 3 coal. But before I do that, I'm going to buy a coal. So I buy a coal, and then I go there and I get 3 coal. Okay.
Right. That's 2 of anything, isn't it?
It is 2. Any 2 paths. Sorry, any 2 routes.
I don't need to do this now. So I will go there to get 4 clay.
4 clay.
And I'll also buy a coal
so
that I can move.
Okay.
Same reason you be able to move the thing.
Hit this hit.
Oh, sorry. I'm a hoarder.
If I put that there.
Yeah, there we are.
Don't put anything
don't
below
go beyond
that.
Fantastic.
So end of the round.
Yeah.
So we get a free rotation if you can and want to. We replenish. So we've not emptied the stack yet.
Right, so anything we don't understand here. So this one, quite expensive to build, worth 5 points at the end. 2 roads, at least 2 roads, and it'll get you
double the amount of wood that you have.
However many roads, I'm guessing that's why you get twice that number of roads as you do wood. Carving workshop AO7. So yeah, if it leaves 2 adjacent roads, you double your wood stock.
Yep.
So you want your wood stock to be up
Yeah. Full.
before you activate it, and then depending on the number of adjacent bridges, earn thalers. So yeah, so that's all about having bridges adjacent.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 on there.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So action markers come back, and I get this one. You get those 2, and yeah, off we go.
Yeah.
Right. So
You are first.
look at that. 3 money. It's got to be done.
It's got to be done.
So
If you didn't, I would.
we are going to have an activation here because I'm going to build. First of all, I'm going to build a path. Oh. Now, it doesn't need to be a path, but I'm going to build a path. So I'm going to build a path there. Now, I don't know if I immediately... I think I complete the action before activating that. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. So I'm now going to build a rail line for 1 wood and 1 steel. For that, which is going to go here. Because I'm allowed to do that because I'm continuing the rail line.
Mm-hmm.
But then this activates because it is surrounded. And I've met the condition on the left-hand side.
You have indeed.
So I gain 5 coal.
Very nice. And that one is... Oh, no, it's either or, isn't it?
Either or
Yeah,
with that one.
yeah, got it.
In fact, those 2 requirements are mutually exclusive.
Yes.
So...
Oh, of course, yeah. You have 3 of one.
So Florian says, for your information, each card deck has its own gameplay and requires resources to be used differently. Okay, that's good.
Interesting.
So deck A requires coal to be used sparingly. Is that what it says? Deck A uses coal sparingly, so it doesn't use much coal.
Okay.
It's often annoying to increase it to avoid blocking the wheel.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's good to know.
But there are some structures that require coal to perform exchanges. Yes. Okay, so each deck is not just like, yeah, it's gonna make different resources more valuable and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm just about to get a load of coal as well. I wish I'd done that earlier. Right, I'm going to go in there, grab that.
Move this.
So, what's good? I mean, that's got. I mean, that looks quite. Doesn't look too. So that requirement is it's just got to have. It's got to have a bridge to activate. By the look of it,
One or more bridges.
as well as being surrounded. So you want to make sure the bridge is on there first before you surround it. So I think I'll take.
So if you were to surround that before having a bridge,
then you wouldn't.
It would activate, and you wouldn't get the benefit.
You just wouldn't get the benefit.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can't stop the activation happening. It's just whether you get the benefit of it. Interesting.
I'm going to put that there, and that's going to cost me 2 clay.
I'm just going to pop downstairs because that's somebody at the door.
Of
Probably
course.
another game delivery.
Excellent. We all like game deliveries, and then for I can build, and I think I will build a path, which will also cost a clay, which I will put there, which activates this building. So I'll take that off, and I've got the best one, which is so I've achieved both of those. So I get 3 coal and 2 stone. There we are. I think that was fairly effective. Right. So I think just so
What have I missed?
so I built that for 2 clay.
Yep.
And then I completed this one, which fulfills the rightmost requirement, which was 2 paths and 2 roads.
Well, it's interesting that it says 2 or more paths and 2 or more.
Yeah.
I think that's a canal. Yeah, it's really hard to see, isn't it?
Oh, you're joking.
If you thought that was a road, we'll play it as a road.
No, because canals are much more difficult to do. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. Oh no, no, I can't do that because it would be.
Can you not build a canal? You've got the money.
No, but I would have had to have. I built those roads ages ago. No, so I'll just cancel it. So what did I get from that? 3 coal and 2 stone. I've built that. Learning game.
Yeah, but yeah, the roads and the canals,
They are difficult.
they are a bit hard to see.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at them side by side,
yeah, you can tell.
you can just tell. But
and also, I don't think I'll make that mistake again.
no. Right. So what's available then? So we've done that. Building bridges. That's this, isn't it? I don't know what else I want to do now. Can I build another structure? I've got loads of coal, but as it said, coal is not used for actually doing anything. What's stone used for? Building roads.
Building roads, yeah. And I imagine there'll be some buildings structures that require it later on, maybe.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to go here and take. Oh no, I'll go here and take 4 wood. But before doing that, I will buy 1 wood, and then I'll take 4. Okay.
Right. Okay.
And you can spend 2 to turn it.
Yeah.
On your turn.
I'm going to go there to get 3 wood, and I'm going to spend 2 coins to put
that up and that
one.
up.
Yeah.
Yep. Right, and then my extra action. So I can get both of those if I do it right. Okay, yeah, let's go here and let's build this. So it's going to cost a steel or 2 money. I don't have any steel, so I'll spend the 2 money. A hoisting crane. So if it's next to a rail track or a canal. So let's put it next to this rail track here. Put these on it. And that's it. End of round. So we replenish. Aha. So the green deck is empty, which means we now have a minimum of 5 cards.
Right, okay. So now we've got the biggers.
We put 1 money on each of these. And we put 1 money on that one. You've got the action marker, and we can turn once if we want to. I assume you're going to turn it once.
Yes, sorry, Paul. I'm trying to figure out a way out of my self-inflicted mess.
So Florian is saying that for the US retail version of this game, they are going to make the canals more readable. Excellent. That's good. I mean, these are fine.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
These are fine, but not on here.
Yeah.
So it's good that that's been identified and is going to be fixed.
Right. So I'm the.
So are these more expensive?
Yeah. So we're using iron and quite a lot of money to build. Oh, this is a huge.
Is that 13?
13 money, but it's worth 20 points at the end of the.
It's a memorial site.
So it's worth 30. So it costs 13. It's worth 20. So you're getting a benefit of 7, aren't you?
But you need to have the money.
Because the money's.
I'm a bit skint.
Yeah. Right. Paul, will you allow me to overbuild the road?
Sure.
The canal?
Yeah.
I mean that'll get me that'll get me something. So let's go there.
So technically that should have activated already, but we're going to allow you to say it's not.
Yeah.
Right. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
And then then I'll spend 3 to build a canal, which will then activate.
Yeah, just swap it.
But I'll get the reduced.
Yes.
Which I'll just get the 2 stone.
Mm-hmm. So it activates.
And that gives me 2
don't forget you get 2 clay whenever you build a canal.
Oh yes, yeah, that's good to know. And then that was my first thing to build, and then my second thing to build.
Yeah, so that was a rules question: is do you do both builds and then activate, or do you do a build, activate, and then build? I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I think
it might.
It might do, because you'll be getting resources you could then use to build. I suspect when you activate, you then activate.
So it says. It doesn't matter in your case because you already had the stone. No. But yes, question for Florian.
That'd be my guess.
And let me know if that is in the rule book somewhere. I think it is.
And So I think we're going to go next. Roads, isn't it?
Right. If an action space offers several actions, you can perform them in any order, and you can choose to pass on doing any specific action. You must finish an action before you start with the next action. Okay. And there are 3 actions that are only available after the chorus. So I think that's 2 separate actions.
Right.
So I think you can do anytime actions beforehand.
So and you can do the activations in between. So
Well,
build, activate.
Yeah,
and
I
then
think the activation happens immediately.
Yeah.
So I think you build, that activates,
Yeah.
and then you come back and do the other bit.
Yeah.
I think that's right. If that's not right, apologies.
Well,
but
let's
I think that's right.
build something. What's around? So for my second build, I'm just going to build a road. And I will build it there.
Just say immediately in bold.
Right. So you actually don't have a choice then.
No.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And that's it. I've just built a road there. So activated, built, activated, built.
Okay, that was just the first action.
It was.
So, do I want to build 3 roads? I mean, I do have lots of stone, and there's 2 money on there. So yeah, go on, let's do it. Let's go here and let's build 3 things, and it is going to be 3 stone to build 3 roads. Now I don't know where we're going to put those roads, but these are all worth.
Well, if they're worth, in a way, they're worth 2,
worth
aren't they?
2.
Because you're getting rid of a -1.
But these can go anywhere.
Yes. Yeah.
But I want to surround the tram shelter with rails, which makes sense. So can we just read what this one does?
Yeah. What number is that one?
A09, the suburban carpentry shop.
If it's got at least 3 adjacent roads,
Yeah.
you earn 1 stone for
Yeah.
each structure anywhere. So so presumably including that one and all the other structures you've got on
Each
your
structure
board.
anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Presumably on your.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the later you build it,
The better.
the better. That's the one that doubles the wood and
But it's
wants
also-
to be
yeah,
connected to
yeah.
bridges.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put that there and that there and and that wants to be surrounded by canals. Yeah, because it's a boat shed.
It's a boat shed.
I'm going to put that there.
Very nice.
So I just did 3 roads and collected some money.
Well,
Okay.
I'm sorry, Paul. I'm going to rain on your parade a bit. I'm going to go there, take the money, and I'm going to grab that one.
Okay.
So I've got something ready for it there. It's going to cost me 2 clay and 1
2 clay and
wood, and then I get to build
a path or a road.
But I will do. I'll just build a road. Lots of stone. Build a road. Yeah, there we go. That's it, it's me done.
So I'm going to go here. I'm going to spend that money. No, hang on. This is my last action, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If I gain a clay and then spend the clay, I don't get a free rotation. So I'm just going to go here and get 4 clay ready for my free rotation.
Yeah, so I see what they mean. It is a bit frustrating having to use your last action just to free up that, but I'm going to go.
You don't have to,
No, but
it's.
Although actually, I'll get forward. So it's up to 5, and I'll do 2 money to get
That and that.
and that done.
Okay, end of the round.
That's the end of the round.
So, free rotation. So we get 4 money on these spaces.
And
1 on
there.
here.
That's it.
And then it's.
And another.
Was that you with the
That was. Oh yeah, yeah.
I think that was you,
That was
wasn't
me.
it?
I had the three. I had the three actions.
Yeah, you did the last action.
Yeah.
So.
So we've got the estate coming up. Not too bad to build, and it gets you. Looks like it gets you one of everything as long as you've got one bridge next to it.
Okay.
Bridges. Leave that there.
So if I want to be building canals, I need money.
Money is
I need
money.
lots
Yeah,
of
lots
money.
of money.
I mean, that estate is quite nice, isn't it?
Well, yeah. It's pretty flexible.
I do like the
That
doubling.
one's good if you've got a lot of canals there.
Yeah, well, I'm planning that, but I don't have the canals, and to get the canals, I need the money. I mean, you only need one canal,
Yeah.
but then
But the more canals
you've got, the more wood you get.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and we've got this new action as well.
Oh, yeah, so that's a bridge and a structure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, that action space doesn't get any money on it.
That's different. That's different than this space, isn't it? It's not the same
I think
space.
so. I think it's a different space.
And does that get money at the beginning? Is that one of the places it gets
no,
money?
it just says that each of the 4 upper action spaces, whether they were chosen or not. Yeah, so it's only these. It's only these 4. The fact that they're connected, slightly misleading, maybe, because it kind of looks like that's.
It does, doesn't it? I mean,
it
it's
does.
not. It's not an either or action space, is it?
No.
Which is not an upgraded action
No, it
space.
does say that once each empty deck reveals an alternative action. Oh no, it is right.
Yeah.
So the graphic design is correct. When
Yeah.
you choose this action slot, you will now have the choice between the top action and the bottom action.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Oh well, that changes
That
things.
that's worth
But
doing.
the cost of
isn't
building
it?
a bridge is a wood. Do I want to build a bridge? I mean, you do want to build a bridge?
Bridges are good.
Bridges are good. So, but can I build a building? Is there any of those things that I can build? Yeah, go on, let's do it. So I'm going to go onto this action space. I'm going to take the money, and I'm going to choose the bridge and the building. So the bridge cost me a wood. I'm going to put it there.
Yep.
Up. And then the building, I'm going to build the estate.
Yeah, very nice. I have my eyes on
So
that
it's
one.
2 clay, 2 stone, and a money. Now, where am I putting that? Because it doesn't need to be any types of
So it
roofs.
doesn't need anything. So anything in particular
It just
surrounding
needs a
it.
bridge.
Yeah.
So I'll put it there.
Yeah. Excellent. Right.
Yeah, it's just clever this. I like this.
I think I want to build something. That's one that doubles the wood stock, isn't it?
Hmm.
And gives you stuff for bridges. Okay, let's do that one then. Grab that.
Yeah.
And that's going to cost me 1 wood. No, I can't do that. I haven't got the clay. Let's not do that. Let's think about this. I think I want to build.
And there was 1 money on there.
There was. What can I afford? Okay, it's a bit weak, but I'm going to go there.
4 clay.
4 clay.
So if I build another bridge there now, that will activate.
Do you need to actually have something over there,
Oh,
a path to
Ooh,
build a bridge over?
good question. Where are the rules for building bridges? Building bridges.
Oh,
No, removing bridges. Building bridges. Pay the cost of 1 wood. Take a bridge across an existing route. So there's no route there, so I can't build a bridge there. Because the people turn up to build a bridge and we're like, why are we building a bridge? It's just... So, still need more money to build more canals. And I want to put a canal on the side of that. Canals don't need to join, or canals do?
Canals, I think canals are like railways. They've got to be connected. They can branch, but they've got to be connected, I think.
You're right. Canals. Empty route or overbuilding a path. Well, so the wording here is a little ambiguous. It says you can only place the canal if you place it on an empty route space or overbuild a path adjacent to another canal. I think the sentence structure there.
Is there yeah, it shouldn't be like shouldn't be a comma, should there? It should be.
Well, there isn't one.
Yeah, all right. So it's got to be It's got to be an empty route space, or a path.
Or a path. Full stop. In addition, it needs to be placed. It says thus all canals form a single connected network. So I think the sentence structure there is just slightly unusual. Yeah. But either way, I can't put a canal here. I would need to put a canal here and then here.
And then there.
Which is not helping me with doing that thing. I mean, it is. I'm going to have to do it at some point. I just kind of wanted the money. But nope, let's do it. So I go here, I take the money, and then I'm going to spend 6 money to build 2 canals.
You've managed to accumulate a lot of money.
Just the occasional 1 or 2, yeah. Which gets me 4 clay.
And I think you've just been more efficient with using your wheel.
Now that doesn't activate anything.
No.
So we're good.
Okay, now I can do that one.
Yeah. So you get the money.
Take my money, and I'm going to buy this one, which is 1 wood, 2 clay, and a coin.
You spent 3 there.
Oh,
there you go.
Thank you. And this needs roads next to it. I think that's going to be. That'll be a way to do it. Yeah, that's me done.
So my final action of this round.
Oh, sorry, it's not quite me done, and I'll spend 1 just to do it in advance.
Spend 1 to increase the coal.
To get the coal up, yeah. That's why you're being very efficient with not having to spend money at the end of every turn.
So I want to get that surrounded now because I have a rail line and I have a canal. So I will get both of those things when this activates. And I can activate it. So yeah, let's do it. Let's go there. I get the money. So I'm going to build 3 paths. Right, so the first one's going to go there. The second one's going to go there. And what that does is that immediately activates this. So it activates whether I like it or not. Do I have 1 or more rails? Yes. I get 3 wood. Do I have 1 or more canals? Yes. So I gain a money. Points. Yay. And a coal. And then I've got my 3rd path, which will go here. Right. End of round. Yep. So free movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on there and on there.
And then what's back?
Yep. So you get that back.
Thank you.
You get that. And we need 2 cards.
Right, so this one, worth 3 points at the end of the game, as long as you've got to have 8. I think that's 8 things anywhere, isn't it? Because you obviously can't have 8 things around a specific building.
Yeah, so it costs 1 steel. It's just 8 routes anywhere.
Yeah, and what number was that one, Paul? Okay,
31.
31. So depending on the number of routes anywhere, earn 2 stone, and then
1, 2, 3, or 4
one. Yeah.
points. Okay, yep.
Okay. So if you've got this good one at the end of the game. Right. So my go then. Wow, I do want to build a.
Look at all of that steel.
I know. I can go. I know. Is it what do we spend it on though? That's the thing.
Rails.
The rails, yeah, but the railways haven't actually been. I mean, well, rails are worth 2 points at the end of the game, aren't they? Oh, rails and canals.
Well, any route is worth
Yeah.
2 points, I think. Even paths. Paths worth
Paths,
points.
I think paths just don't they just negate the -1.
That would make sense. Yeah, roads, rails, and canals are worth 1 point. Right. Effectively 2 because you're covering up space. So this, the tram shelter, is that going to generate me? Yeah, that generates me points when it activates. So if I activate it twice, I can get that.
Yeah.
Price. Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Not just end of game.
Yeah.
When it activates.
I think building's got to be good. And let's I'll go there just to pick up the coin.
Yep. Bridge.
I will
And
buy the stockyard for 1 iron. Which doesn't, as long as it's completed, it doesn't really matter. Oh, I suppose it's going to be. No, it does matter. Of course it matters. It all matters. Where am I going to go? I'll put it there. It doesn't care what's surrounding it. And then I will build a bridge for 1 wood. We want to build a bridge between there and there.
Doesn't activate anything?
Nope.
Right.
That's me done.
Well, I fancy building a bridge as well because that gets me stuff.
It really does.
So I'm going to go here, take this 2 money, and then I'm going to spend 1 wood. I'm going to build a bridge here. So what that does is that activates this because it's got 2 bridges. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I gain both of these because I've got all of the stuff. So I get 3 wood, I get 1 money, I get 1 coal, and I get 2 points. And that is it. The hoisting crane has served its purpose.
It's hoisted.
It has hoisted.
Right, so I'm really interested
That should
in.
have 2 things on it.
Yeah, I think it's all about building stuff now for me. I'm building roads, so I'm going to go there, pick up that. I'll spend 1 stone to build a road there, and another stone to build a road there, which then
Immediately activates
this,
that.
which means I get 1 stone for every structure
That you have.
that I have.
So you get 6 stone.
So 6 stone.
But you only have 4.
I can only have 4.
That's activated that.
that.
Right. Okay, I want a load of stuff. Do I want more stuff? I'm going to build... Ooh, that's not particularly great. Oh, no, it is. No, it's not. That's 3 paths and roads. Roads are stone. Yeah, can't build canals with that. What's the structure situation looking like?
So this one, Foundry Harbour looks quite intriguing. So we know about that one, don't we? That's giving you loads of.
Yeah, how does the Foundry Harbour work?
So Foundry, what number one's that, Paul?
23. So if it's adjacent to 1 or more canals.
Yeah, each earn 1 steel for each adjacent canal.
Yeah.
Or earn 1 coal for each canal
You have anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. But
It's quite expensive.
yeah. Can't afford the boat shed unless I spend money. Can't afford that unless I spend. Right, I'm going to go here and take the money.
Yeah.
And I'm going to build the floodgate.
Very nice.
So 3 wood, 1 clay, and a money. So this will activate. So this wants to be next to 1 or more canals, and the more canals it's next to,
The better.
the better.
These victory points at the end of the game, do they only count for activated structures? As long as they're on your board.
Yeah, wherever. That's going to go there, and I get to build a path or a road. I can't build a path because I haven't got any clay, so we'll build a road, and we're going to put that road like this. So we're going to put that road here, and what that does is it activates the estate.
Yeah, very nice.
Which, if it is next to one or more bridges,
which it is,
I get one of everything.
Yeah,
so
very good.
One.
That's a nice building, that one.
I tell you what, I could have done it the other way around, couldn't I? Could have built the road first.
Yeah.
That would have got me the extra resources to build. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Your fifth and final action. Oh, sorry, your third.
I think I'm carrying on with road building, I think. So I'll spend one anytime action. Coal is being very expensive. Just buy one coal. But I'm going to go here, check that, and I'm going to build 3 roads.
Mm-hmm.
So no, don't want to connect that yet. Let's go.
You're in danger of your rail line not going
It's
anywhere,
not
but you
going
don't
anywhere.
need to. If you don't build anything,
yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, end of round.
End of round. And I'll do my move. Got the coin, so 2 cards, and that's it.
It is empty, which means we get an extra card from that stack.
Okay, so.
And then it's my.
You've got the 3. So do you want to have a check on these new buildings? So we've got the slow train. 845. Slow train. If at least 2 here's where the rails come in. If at least 2 adjacent rails earn 1 thala for each pair of rails anywhere. So that's good for if you've done lots of. And then this one, I'm guessing 1
If it's
canal.
next to a canal, you get that, and if it's next to a bridge, you get that.
So bridge and a canal, both, which is handy. And then what was the other one that came out? Done that one. Foundry Harbour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next to canal, 1 iron.
Or
is that per
canal that's adjacent.
And then for all canals.
Or instead of that, you can have 1 coal for each canal anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I need to be building.
8 points.
I need to be building canals. Yeah, canals is where it's about. So I'm going here. I'm going to spend 3 money. I'm going to build my first canal here. So what that does is it opens the floodgates. So it activates this floodgate, which means I get 3 money, and it's next to 3 or more, so I get 4 points. That's my first one. And my second one is I'm going to spend 3 money to build another canal. Do I want to build another canal? No, I don't want to build another canal. Oh, hang on. I need 2 clay as well. So for second route, I'm going to spend some stone and some... No, it's not stone, is it? It's steel and wood. Thinking about it thematically for a rail line. And that rail line is going to go here. That's it.
Good. What do we afford? Not very much. carry on building roads. We go there. Take that.
So we've now got this, which is a bridge, a path, and a road.
I might do. I'm actually going to do that. Funny enough, no, I will do the bridge. So I'll spend 1 for 1 wood.
1 money for the wood.
Build a bridge.
Spend the wood
into there.
So that immediately activates that.
Which gets me 2 stone. And that's gone, so it can't be activated again. And then that was my bridge, and then I'll build a road. And
a path.
Path is clay, isn't it? Anytime action?
Yeah, it's 1 money. Buy the clay.
I mean, it's 1 for 1 in effect.
Mm.
But I could surround this. I might as well.
So I'm now starting to think that you could, if you had no clay, spend the money to gain a clay to build a path, then spend another money to gain a clay to build a path. I think you can do that now because it's 3 separate actions.
Yeah.
I think. If anybody knows the answer to that, I don't know if anybody is still watching us as we're recording this, but if you know the answer to that or can look it up.
And I'll surround my stockyard,
I'll look it up afterwards.
which activates that, which gets me.
So you count the number of routes that you've got in total.
So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I get 17.
So
you get 3 points. You get 2 stone and 3 points.
Yeah. So 1 stone in effect and 3 points.
3 points.
Okay. So, oh, there we are. He's on the board, and then that's gone. That's been activated. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I had a plan, which was this. I'm going to build a bridge or a wood. The bridge is going to be here, which activates the estate because it's got 2 bridges. So I get 1 of everything. So one of them. And that was the bridge. And now I can build a building. I hadn't thought about this.
No, me neither.
I mean, so I can build anything. That's for the number of paths that you have. Anywhere? Oh, general store. Yeah, I mean, I've got quite a few paths. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 8. That's actually quite nice. Oh, hang on a minute. That's interesting. You get more points. It's the fewer paths that you've got. Yeah. So if you build it, when you activate it, if you've only got a maximum of 4 paths, you get 8 points.
Because people have got to come to your store because there's they can't go anywhere else.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Still points to points.
Yeah. So I'm looking for something that I can activate straight away.
Yeah. Well, this one you can because you've got canals everywhere.
Yeah, but it's not next.
It's not next to a canal.
No.
Slow train, which is good for
It needs rails.
That one. But you need 13.
I'd get the bit on the left.
Well, you haven't quite got 13 money, have you?
No.
You could. You're not far off though.
I think I'm just going to build the boat shed.
Yeah.
So a boat shed for 2 wood and 2 clay. So I don't want this to activate yet. No, I don't think I do. I think I'm going to put it here. So it doesn't activate yet. Okay, right.
Simple. I'm going there for the forward.
Forward and 2 money.
Which I'm spending the 2 money straight away. So that goes up to 4, and then 2 money to get this. Oh, actually, no. I'm not going to bother. because
That's my money.
I don't actually I don't actually want to I don't actually want to turn it because there's no point because I'm already maxed
Right.
out
Yeah.
for,
Okay. Yeah.
my stone.
Good point.
I'll keep the money.
All right. So my
It's
final.
probably not good to be maxed out on stone. It means I'm doing something wrong, probably. No, that's quite a good thing for stone.
Yeah, I think I'll go here. So we'll build something else. Yeah, so I'll spend a steel to build the slow train, which I will put here. Okay, and then I'm going to build a path or a road. Let's make it a road. And we'll put the road here. And then I will spend 1 money to gain. Right, end of the round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and on there, and on there. You get the extra token.
Extra token, thank you.
Free turn. And we are going to reveal 2 new cards.
What does that mean?
1 or more paths.
Is that one or this?
Oh no, it's 1 or fewer. So if it's adjacent to no more than 1 path, then you can spend
coal,
2 coal and 1, 2, or 3 steel to gain 1 stone and loads of points. So you're basically building stuff. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So
Probably a few rounds left, depending on how much we
yeah.
got. 3, 4, 5 blue cards left.
Feels a bit weak, but I'm going to go there. Get 4 clay.
Right. So I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to build a canal first, which is going to go here. So what that does is activates the boat shed, and I get 2 steel. Right, so I'm not building a canal first. Hang fire on the canal. I'm building a rail first, which is steel, and I'll spend a money for a wood and then spend the wood. I'm going to build this first, which I put there, and I'll activate that, and then I'll spend the 3 money to activate that. Okay, so we'll do the tram shelter first. I get 2 wood, I get 2 money, and it's adjacent to 4 rail lines, so I get 4 points.
Very nice.
Okay, and then I'm activating the boat shed, and I get 2 steel, and it's adjacent to 3 of these, which means I get 4 wood. So I've activated that, built 2 things, you'll go.
Let's go here. I'll take the money. And I will build. Let's build this one. So this is for 1 wood, 1 clay, 2 stone. Stick that there.
All right, 2 of these there.
And I can also build a bridge, which I will for 1 wood. I'll build that here. And yeah, it doesn't activate anything. No, that doesn't make sense. Hang on. No, build it there. That's where I want to build it. That's the spot.
So that activates.
And that activates this one, which
Yeah.
gets me loads of stone.
Loads of stone.
So I'm maxed out on my stone.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Job done.
I think I placed. I think you placed that before.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, doesn't matter too much. Right. So I can afford more buildings. The only place to build rail lines and canals is here. It's getting harsh now. So just turn down my computer. Okay. So where am I going to go? Do I want to build another structure or do I want to build another bridge? Build the bridge there. That will activate that. I think I want to be activating these. Or do I want a structure? Is there anything that's good with... Yeah, but I want to build the bridge first. Ah, but that's interesting. That is interesting because you can't build a bridge to somewhere where there isn't a structure. So for me to put the memorial site in there, I don't even have the 30 money, it would activate straight away, but because there wasn't a bridge, I wouldn't get the second benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, interesting. What's this one? The assembly hall. So you get more points the fewer buildings that you've got. Yeah, that's good. Can I build that? Yes, I can. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to raise this building. So it's going to cost me 2 wood. It's going to cost me 2 clay and a money. And I'm going to slot it in here, which means it immediately activates. And because it's next to at least a road, I get 3 money. But then, based on how many structures I have 8 structures, so I get 3 points. So that's that, and then I can build a path or a road. So let's spend a stone to build a road, because they're better than paths. And just going to put it here. Right, your final go for this round.
Go there.
3 paths and roads, or a bridge, a path, and a road.
I'll go for the bridge.
1 wood.
We will go
Do that at the end of my second question.
there, which will activate this one because it's got two bridges on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doubles my wood store. I have
Yeah.
got 2 roads next to it.
Did you want to buy a wood before you did that?
Yeah.
So it costs you 2.
No, it's all right.
No, just
No,
build
it's
it.
fine.
No.
And then then I've 2 bridges. I get 3 money by the look of it.
Yeah. 3 money.
Handy, thank you. Shall I give you? So I'm in the money. So that was my bridge action,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm also going to build a road. Build a road. I'm on the canal there. So I'll build a road there, which completes it again.
Right, so it's the same again. So you double your wood,
But now I double my wood, so that goes up to 4.
and you gain another 3
3
money.
3 money.
Right,
Ooh,
and you've still got a path.
I've
If you want to build a
I've still
path.
got a path, which is going to cost me 1 clay. Is it clay?
Yeah.
Yeah, clay. So we will go. That was that was worth doing.
End of the round.
And I'll spend 1 money
Yeah.
to buy a coal.
Turns. Oh, no, it doesn't turn. That was there. Okay. So I put them on. You had the last action.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that. You get that. And we need 2 more.
We do.
What have we got?
So we have the large construction company, which
Spend
is
steel.
gets you 2 roads, gets you 3 iron and then stone. Then you can spend.
Well, you spend
No,
3 steel.
You spend 3 steel and then up
depending
to
on how
that
much
many of
stone
stone. Quite a lot of points.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
And it's not that difficult to build. 3 wood, 3 clay, and 2 coins.
Mm.
Oh, it's something I've got loads of as well. And then this one, this is the cabinet maker, quite cheap to build. Gets you 2 wood, 2 coins. And if you've got 2 roads next to it,
depending on how many roads you've got, you can spend wood to get money.
To get that money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting as well.
It is interesting.
So many choices.
There's a lot of choices.
Okay.
It's got a lot of replayability because once you know the deck and you know what buildings are bound to come up.
You only use half the cards as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So I think I'm going to go here.
Yep.
And I'm going to build 2 rails.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to build 1 here and 1 here. So that immediately activates this. Oh, and I have to spend 2 steel and 2 wood. And that immediately activates this. Is it next to 2 or more rails? Yes. So for every 2 rails, I get a money. So 1, 2, 3. So I get 3 money. Right, and then, oh, that's it. I built 2 rails. Yeah, my action done.
Okay, let's go here. This surprises me because I didn't think I'd be able to do this.
Got 13 money.
But I think I have now got 13 money. I'd like to say this was my plan all along, but I've just got that windfall. So there's 13 money and an iron,
steel and a clay,
and a clay. To get this bad boy, which I'll put in this spot I prepared earlier.
So it will immediately activate, but you'll only get what's printed on the left.
So which is so I've got 3 rows.
3, so you get 5 points.
5 points. So yeah, okay. I'm not sure how great it is,
yeah,
but it's not bad.
And did you want to build?
And then I'll build a road.
Path or a road.
To there, and activating my community centre. And I've got a bridge, which gets me 3 money and 3 wood. Can I have 3 money, please, Paul? So that was okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, go on. Let's go here. So I'm going to build a bridge, which costs a wood. Build the bridge here. So that activates this a second time. And it is next to 4. So I get 2 wood, 2 money, and 4 points. So 4 points, 2 wood, and 2 money. And that's the bridge done. And then I'm going to build a path and a road. So a path and a road. Put that there, and I'll put that there. And you'll go.
Go there. I think I'll buy the cabinet maker, so that's 1 wood. To spend 2 for a clay.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And then spend it. 2 more money. I'll put that there. And I'll spend a wood for a bridge. Thank you. I think I'll do that one. That is on. There is 8 available, isn't there? So yeah, let's build. West. No, let's put it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last action, I'm just going to go there.
Sorry, oh, that's it. That is it. Yeah.
Right, end of the round. So wheels rotate.
I'll spend 1. Oh,
Yeah, we'll say you did it.
Is that all right?
Yeah. One there. One there. Actions come back. You get the extra one.
Cool.
Only 2 more. Not quite empty. But next round will probably be the last round.
Yeah. And what did we say again? So as soon as all right. So it's going to activate at the end of this round.
End of the round,
activate,
which means the next round is the last
2
round.
more rounds to go. Yeah. Right. Well, I think it's got to be building roads, isn't it? Just want to fill up my spot. So I'm going to go there. And I'll build a bridge for 1. I'll go into there again.
So that activates that.
Which
5 points. Yeah. And 1 money per bridge.
Yeah, so I've got 2 money.
No, it's not anywhere, is it? It's 1 money per.
Oh, is it bridge anywhere? That's what.
No. It's not the anywhere, right?
I've got so it's two money, and then 5 points.
5 points.
Oh, sorry, I've got 2 money.
2 money.
So that was the bridge, and then I'm going to build a road. There. And a path, which costs me 1 money for the clay, which will complete that one, which gets me 2 wood, 2 money. So I can have 2 money pool. Oh, so this thing. Oh,
you got it.
I've got the.
All right, I've got my own little supply down here.
2 money, and then this one is like for 2. What is this? What is that? 2, 3, 4 stone.
So, depending on the number of adjacent roads.
Oh, that's right. So I've got
you can now spend 6
I can spend
wood
6 wood
to get 5 money.
Which I see if I
So you could spend 6 money.
Could I spend 4 wood to get 4 money?
Well, let's check what it says. Might allow you to do that.
46. Can I earn 2 wood and 2 money, depending on the number of adjacent roads, pay wood to earn talers. 2 routes pay 4 wood for 4 talers, 3 routes pay 6 wood for 5 talers. No.
Can you use a lesser one?
Doesn't seem to.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to think so. So
we'll say no.
So we'll say no.
We'll check it later, unless there's a golden rule that you can always use a lower one.
That's fine. It's probably not sensible anyway. So that was. So I think that's me done, Paul. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quantity to have, quantity to pay, quantity to pay. Yeah, not seeing anything, but that is a good question. Can you use a lesser ability if you want to? So we're running out of time.
We are running out of time.
And I'm not going to be able to activate all of these unless I'm clever about it. But then again, I would probably want to build more stuff. I just want to make sure the stuff that I build is actually worth points. I mean, I think I want that. So let's go on a space which is bridge under building.
Mm-hmm.
So let's build the building first. I'm going to build this one. So this costs 2 wood, 2 clay, and 2 money for the Plant Construction Company. And I'm going to put it down here so that it's only next to 1 path. Yeah. So that's that. Then I am going to build a bridge. I don't have a bridge, so I spend a money to get the wood, spend the wood to build a bridge. This will activate something if I go there. It will activate that, which will get me like a bit of money. And probably best.
Money is points, though, of course.
Money is points. I don't need the coal, so I don't need to activate that. That's actually just steel. That's not points. This is points. If I activate this again, this is 4 points if I activate this. So I will go on there, which doesn't actually activate any of them yet.
Okay.
Yep.
We go there. I get 4 clay.
4 clay and a money.
Which always feels a bit
I'll
weak
go
at
here.
this stage of the game, but
So I'm building 2 routes. And I don't want to build any more paths next to that one. So I could just build 2 roads. I'll build 2 roads. So I build one there. I build one there, which activates this. So I spend 2 coal. And then I can spend 1, 2, or 3 steel. So I spend 3 steel, gain a stone and 12 points.
Yeah. What's
Seems good. That's it. So it wasn't the. Oh no, it was.
Yeah. I've still got one more go. I've still got.
Oh, you got one more go.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. For some reason, I thought there were 2 cards left, but it's only 1.
So I'll go there. Take the money. We'll take this one. So 3 wood, 3 clay, 2 money. Which I will build. Yeah. Yes, I'll build that, and I will build a road. It's not a road. That's the stone, and then clay. And this time I will remember to spend 2 money as an anytime action to do that.
Oh yeah. Doing that.
And then,
End of the round.
that is the end of the round. So this is going to be the last
1, 2,
round.
3, 4.
And you've got the bonus. You've got the 3 actions.
Two. So that triggers the end of the game. You get yours back. We get a free rotation.
Do you want to know about this one? The Grand Hotel. So a canal and a road. But 1 wood, you get 1 wood, 2 money, and 3 points.
Sure, I can build
But
that.
it's worth 16 points
I
at the
don't have
end.
the stone.
That's a nice one. Yeah.
So I want to build a bridge there because that effectively gets me 6 points. Building a bridge there gets me 6 points. They're all there. So got to build a bridge. Let's go with the bridge and the building because I'm sure there is a. Well, I need to spend the money to gain the wood, use the wood to build a bridge. Put the bridge on, doesn't matter. Let's put it there, which activates that. Gets me 3 money and 3 points. Right, and then the building. So what have we got? What can I build? I mean, that's 6.2. Yeah. Oh dear. I mean, I assumed building something would have been good, but actually, it's going to cost me an absolute fortune because I don't have any of these. So
They do stay important, don't they?
I'm barely making money out of this, but I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 money to then spend that. So it cost me 3 money basically to buy the wood that I need to put this here. Yeah. I gained a couple of points from it.
I'm going to go there. take the money. First thing I'm going to do is spend 3 to build a canal. Goes there. So I'm going to activate these 2 buildings. So this one just gets me.
You get 2 clay as well.
Sorry.
You get 2 clay for building the canal.
Oh, of course, yeah, that's handy. It's probably going to be quite handy. So this would get me iron.
It'd get you 1 steel or three coal.
I might as well get the coal.
So 3 coal.
But I think the important one
that's that.
The important one to
that should have had 2 tokens.
The important one to activate is this one. So I've got.
It's got to have 2 or more roads. Didn't want to build the canal. Take the canal back.
No, I wanted to. No, forget it. No, I've done it, Paul. It's me. I've done this several times. This game. This is the problem I have sometimes with these games. No.
Sure? Because you would have built a road there.
Because that was the thing that activated that, because that needed a canal next to it. But it's like, yeah. That was the important one to do.
We can easily undo it.
But I can still do it. I can overbuild.
You can upgrade that.
I can overbuild that at some point.
But it activates now and does nothing.
It does nothing, no.
But you can overbuild it.
I'll overbuild it. And just take my licks.
So that's gone.
Yeah. So, I could still do a building. Sorry. Because
it's either that or that.
Is it?
Yeah, you either do that or that.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So, I want to surround this. I don't quite know what it does, but I think I want to surround it. So it's this. So I'll do the top one. I will buy a wood and then spend the wood to build the bridge. And I will put the bridge. So that could be activated again, but it's not going to get me. It's going to get me 5 coal. That's no use, I don't think. I can't remember what's worth points at the end. I'll activate the boat shed again. So I'll put that there, which activates this again. So depending on how many canals are around it, I get 4 wood and 2 steel. 4 wood and 2 steel. Right. So that was the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm doing a path and a road. So I can't afford the path, so I'll spend I spend the money to buy a clay, and then I spend that. So I get a path and a road. Doesn't really matter. So I've surrounded this, which activates this. So scaffolding business. A53, a subject close to my heart. For each structure, inactivated. Oh, that's what that little thing means. It's got light. It's a new icon. It means if there's no light, it means not activated. It's slightly unusual because that's green. What it actually means is one with both green tokens.
Right, yeah, I've got you. Yeah.
Yeah, so one that hasn't been activated. So any structure that hasn't been activated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have any.
You've been too efficient.
It doesn't get me anything. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I didn't see that. So it would have been, as long as I have a structure which hasn't been activated, for each structure that hasn't been activated, I can pay 1 steel to earn 3 prestige. I thought it was... Yeah, I thought it was going to be 15 points. Never mind.
Oh, that would have been...
Yeah. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Your last action.
Well, I think it's going to be there. I think it's the only one that's got a payback. So, first of all, let's do the activation. I'm going to overbuild there for a stone to overbuild this path. No, but it doesn't activate it, does it?
What's that?
No, because just by overbuilding, I've already activated it once. In that case, I'll still do that. I'll still do that action. It makes sense. And I won't use stone. I'll use iron. I'm just going to build a.
Yeah, it's iron and wood.
Oh no! I've got to do a path.
It's got to be.
It's got to be a stone.
It's a path or a stone.
So I'll do I'm just covering up spots now. I'll do a
Yeah.
thing there, and I'll build a path there as well.
It's either or. Sorry.
I don't think there's any. Oh no, that's what I could do. That's.
Don't think you can surround
No,
it.
it's only that. Anyway, so and then I'm just going to buy. I'm going to buy something for the points.
Yeah.
That's not worth as many points as the thing. I think this is the best return. So 2 clay. Oh no, I can't do that.
I think it's 2 money to
So
buy
2 money,
second
so
clay.
2 clay, 1 stone. I have not been at my most efficient,
Learning game.
and I will build it there, and that's it. That's me done.
My final move is to build a bridge. Spend a wood. And I'm going to build a bridge here, which activates these two. This one gets me 5 coal. Don't think it's going to do anything. But this one gets me 3 money. And depending on how many buildings I've got 10. So if I've got 10 buildings, I get a point.
Very nice. Well done.
Right. So final scoring.
This is going to be ugly.
Structures.
So just add up the points.
Yeah.
$68 for me. So 68, 78, 81. But then I've shot my bolt after that. I think.
Money.
1.
17.
Very nice.
So I'm 102. I don't know what happens if you go above 100. Ah, you flip the marker over. There you go.
Yeah. Why does it finish there?
It doesn't. It's it goes
Oh,
there.
it goes that way. Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Steel
Right.
and stone. So steel and stone is worth 1 each.
So
got 5.
6, 8 for me.
Ah, I remember the final scoring now. It's the smallest amount of wood, clay, or stone. So
So
nothing.
nothing. And then
And then roads,
roofs.
rails, and canals are worth 1 point.
I presume you can have pre-printed ones as well, don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
So $17.
And then -1 for each empty space. I've got none.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There you go.
Oh, I got over the line.
You got 103.
103. I'm not too disappointed with that because cheers, Paul.
You
well played.
made a couple
Because I
of
made a couple of really
critical
stupid
mistakes.
critical mistakes, but easily done. to be
easily
fair.
done, and yes, they are going to
Yeah.
make the iconography clearer. Because
Yeah,
you built a road thinking it needed a road to activate, and
that's
actually
right.
it needed
Yeah, and then I just. But there's a lot of time. But no, absolutely.
Great.
It's
it is a very good game,
good game, solid game.
and that was a learning game.
Yeah.
So we were kind of learning the buildings as we went. We definitely weren't playing optimally,
No, certainly not.
but once you know the buildings, and how many cards did we use then? So we needed 9 green ones. How many more were there?
There's at least another. So 1, 2, 3, another 9.
So you only used half of the cards,
Only half, and there's 6 decks.
and there's 6 different decks.
So yeah.
Wow.
And each deck will presumably have its own sort of little quirk to it.
Yeah.
So in terms of replayability, it's loads, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I really like it, and I mean, BGG says 45 minutes. You can play this in 45 minutes.
How long was that with the?
We
teach
were a
as well?
couple of hours.
Yeah.
but-
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you can probably set it up and play it in an hour.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And if you know the deck as well, my only thing would be the iconography.
Yes.
I just find it just that
It's a
it's not
little-
far off, but
Yeah.
it's just that little bit too small.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, they've said they're going to fix that.
yeah.
And when they do fix it, I will contact them and say, could I have a copy of the new cards, please? Because I think a lot of people are going to struggle with this.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely getting upgraded icons for the requirements. Other than that, the rest of the iconography was generally clear. Like here, that's obviously a path and that's the road, because there isn't anything printed inside it.
Yeah.
It's when you put the numbers inside it that it then becomes hard to see what it is.
And I think it can be quite a thing with Uwe Rosenberg games, in that you do need to have, it's not a fault of the iconography, but sometimes the requirements are are complex, not stupidly complex, but you can't do it all with just the iconography. You do need
which is why the
glossaries, and they're really good. It's nice to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
what was
well
the
done.
question we had? We did have a question.
It was
about
whether you could use a lesser
one.
A lesser one to buy money, which would have made absolutely no difference to the.
If you know the answer to that, let us know in the comments.
But no, this is definitely a getter.
It is. It's very good. It is very good. So as mentioned at the start, there's going to be a new version of the game by what was it called? Fertency. Yes, and it looks like there is going to be another print run for it, and it looks like it now has its own BGG entry. So I will be putting this video up sometime next week, and it will be the only video that's there for the game, I think, at the moment. Thank you for watching. This was not a sponsored playthrough, so I'm able to do these thanks to the support of the Patreon campaign. So if you are a Patreon supporter of mine, thank you very much. And if you're not, but you want to support me, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. I've been doing a lot of non-sponsored playthroughs, and there's still a lot more to come because I came back from messing with a lot of new games. That's it. Thank you very much.
Cheers, everyone.
See you next time. Bye-bye.